Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday, April 14th, and the MLB R4 best bets are on the way. It's Austin, joined by Logan. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday. A 2-3 day left a lot to be desired because we really felt like it should have been a better day than that. Now, if you tuned into our picks, you saw NRFI Nation got off to a rough start as there was a 2-run home run and unearned runs in that game was a lot of fun. But we also cashed the under in the first 5 over there, which wasn't too shabby. Logan's parlay between the Phillies, they got the job done. They ended scoring 4 runs, but the O's could not get the money line, which was a frustrating beat in there. And then the Reds and White Sox, my under first 5, painful. They scored 5 runs. 3 of them really didn't deserve to be happened, but they only scored 5 runs in the whole game. And of course, they came in the first 5. That's just how it be. But Logan, you had a wonderful call to kind of cap off the day with Giants money line. They absolutely smoked the Rays. So a 2-3 day overall, not ideal, but it is what it is. Up a little bit over 6.5 units on the day or on the year. Hopefully we can get back into the winning column today with 4 picks. NRFI Nation will fly the flags later on today. But Logan, I'm going to let you lead things off. You're going to a first pick. You got an under. Which team?
Yeah, I'm going to the Royals and Mets game. Again, it's Sunday baseball, so it's early start time, and I'm taking the under 8.5 full game, minus 125 odds on ESPN is your best value. Now, I'm buying the half point. If your book has it at 8, totally am okay with taking the under 8. You get a push at 8, whereas an 8.5 line would cash. I'll pay the extra little bit of juice just because sometimes they are sharp on these totals. If this was a 5-3 game and I didn't pay the little extra juice, when available, I would be kicking myself. Now, the line opened at 8.5 and has shifted down to 8 despite 80% of the bets and the handle being on the over. If you ever want to check those sorts of things, you're ever curious kind of about line movement, because line movement in baseball is a real thing. Check like a site like Vegas Insider. They're pretty good with their public percentages and stuff like that. That's what I checked this morning. I was just curious at where the line started and finished. So with the fact that the public is kind of against it, yet it has moved down, I like that for our side. Now, that's not the reason I'm picking this, though. These teams just combined for 18 runs yesterday. The odds maker setting this line low at 8 is pretty telling how they think this game's going to go. It's going to start with Jose Butto starting for the Mets, 1.5 ERA and a 1 WHIP on the year. Pretty solid start. First game for Butto. He pitched well, 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts against Detroit. Now that's Detroit. They're not the best offense in the league, but it was a really solid showing from him, and I liked what I saw. Even with all the runs they're scoring, you look at this Royals team, they're only batting .233 on the road this season in 5 games. That's 22nd in the majors. You would expect that to be higher. I really did. I thought they would be like top 5, top 10, maybe even. The fact that they're that low kind of tells me the runs will dry up. I think it does start against Jose Butto today. I think he goes and gives us a really solid 5, max, maybe 6 innings pitched, but I don't think the Mets leave him long enough in to get rocked. And then on the other side, we've got Cole Reagan starting for the Royals, 2.6 ERA and a 1.27 WHIP. This kid has been very impressive for what we've seen from Cole Reagan's. The total has gone under this line in all 3 Reagan starts, so him plus the opponent pitcher has all gone under. These are typically lower scoring games when he's on the mound. Reagan's is elite at getting the swing and misses this year. Look at his StatCast numbers: 78th percentile in chase percentage, 76th percentile in K percentage, 87th percentile in whiff percentage. There's a reason why his strikeouts are always a very community play, because he is really good at getting the swing and a miss. And I think he does get that against a Mets team today that actually has been way overachieving versus left-handed pitching. The Mets are second best in batting average versus left-handed pitchers this year. But they really haven't seen a lefty the caliber of Reagan's yet. If you look at who they've played, Reagan's has no familiarity with this Mets lineup, and that's what I want. I want him to go out and throw a lot of stuff that they're not really expecting. A guy like Reagan's is a tough pitcher to see when you don't have a lot of familiarity versus him. So I think he does keep the Mets offense down. And then we look at the bullpens, solid. Mets 9th in bullpen ERA, Kansas City 15th in bullpen ERA. I think both these bullpens should be okay. They'll still give up a few runs every now and then, but they won't be catastrophic. I love the under in that Mets versus Royals game as my best bet. But Austin, where are you going for yours?
I am going out to Oakland, and this one's going to get nasty, but I need you guys to trust me here because I am going to the Oakland Athletics on the money line, and they are favored, which is not something you will see probably more than 10 times a season. Who knows? But it's minus 125 on FanDuel. Now, I know nasty business betting the A's. Any day of the year, yeah, it's nasty. But I really like their spot today to come out here and get the win in a rubber match. They won the first game of the series against the Nats, lost yesterday. Both have been really low-scoring games. I'm not calling, I'm maybe calling my shot. I think the A's put up a lot of runs today. Now, let's talk about, though, why do I like the Athletics? Because it takes someone there's absolutely crazy to be betting on them. But I really think this is a good spot. Let's talk about Trevor Williams, who will go for the Nats today. Now, Trevor Williams, if you look at his stats on the year, 2.61 ERA and a 1.06 whip, you'd be like, what the? Is that Trevor Williams? Because if you watched him last year, he was not good. 5.5 ERA, 1.6 whip. The guy could not miss bats. And this year, he's been getting the ground balls and those kind of outs. Yeah, great for him. Is that going to continue the whole season long? Yeah, I don't think so. And wouldn't it be just funny if the regression kicked in against a team like the A's where no one is expecting it to come? I mean, his earned runs line sitting at 2.5. He's under that in both starts this season. It's minus 110 each way. A's, no one wants to back them. People won't run to the back their team total under, and I think they can get some production up on him. You look at yesterday, what happened with the A's? They struck out 18 times. They had 27 outs. 18 of them were strikeouts. 2/3. That's not good. But good for us. Trevor Williams, not a K guy. He's really only, 18.8% on the year in his career K percentage. This year at a 17.1. That's not really what he does. Doesn't strike out guys. He needs those ground balls. And I think this A's team, if they can put the ball in play, maybe they can manufacture some runs that way. Maybe they can hit where the Nats aren't. On the same side, we need to talk. Well, on the other side, Alex Wood is going to get it going for the A's. I just think when you look at this game, you have a guy with an 8.03 ERA versus a guy with a 2.5. You'd be easily. Why would I not bet the Nats on the money line? I think Alex Wood is going to come in here and pitch pretty well. Are they great numbers with an 8 ERA? No. 1.95 whip, is that good? No. But also, he's faced the Guardians, the Red Sox, the Rangers, three teams that, honestly, the Rangers are going to be one of the best hitting left-handed teams in the majors. And the Guardians and Red Sox have talented bats, throughout their order. The Nationals are a team that I'm honestly not too scared of offensively. They are batting a third worst in the MLB against lefties at 1.196. Alex Wood is a lefty, but is he good? Has he been great this year? No, but he's also a 10-year veteran coming into this. Only is now going to be his fourth start of the season, so he knocked off some rust. Hopefully, his expected ERA is a 5.05. At the end of the year, he's not going to have an 8 ERA. It's going to be much lower than that, and so I think that some regression comes here today in the positive direction where we see him pitch decently. There's a reason his earned runs line is 2.5, like Trevor Williams. However, unlike Trevor, where his is about minus 110 each way, you look at Alex Wood, the over 2.5 is plus 120. So they really don't think he gives up more than two earned runs. And if he's only giving up 2, I think we could get some damage on Trevor Williams. And if this game's tied through 5, I think it's a big advantage to the Athletics because I think the big difference here honestly comes to the bullpen. Now, if you look on paper in 2024, the A's have the 5th lowest bullpen ERA in baseball at 2.64. Right behind them is the Nationals at 2.75. So I was like, Austin, you thought the big difference came in the bullpens? Those numbers are basically the same. Yes, but on the offside, you have to look at who's been pitching. The Nationals just used 4 relievers yesterday, technically 5 yesterday. They've used 4 guys on back-to-back days. I really find it unlikely that those guys are available today where you can run each of those guys for a third straight day. And that includes guys like Hunter Harvey and Kyle Finnegan. They're normal, eighth inning and then ninth inning guys. So they don't have those guys probably available today. You look at the A's on the other side. They used a couple guys a few days ago, but yesterday they used Kyle Muller for 45 pitches and they used 2 guys for 7 and 6. So at the end of the day, they haven't used Mason Miller, an elite closer. If you've never watched him, you probably will enjoy it. He throws 100-something miles per hour. It's hard to hit him. He's a good closer. And so I think this is a day where the A's show up. They show up to bring the bats. I think they could score 4 or 5, maybe even more runs today. And I think Alex Wood can hold things down. And then when the bullpen comes in, we need them not to, sell the game. And I think if this is a game where maybe the A's are down 1 to 2 runs going into, the 6th or 7th, would not shock me if that Nats bullpen comes in. They aren't going to have, their top guys available. They could run into some trouble. One of those guys maybe just starts walking guys, can't find the strike zone, and they don't have a lot of guys to really replace them with because they've been using all of them in the first 2 games of the series. So I think this is a sneaky spot to back the Athletics. And I know it's disgusting. I know it is. But trust me, I think the A's get the win on the money line today. So give it to me, minus 125. Logan, good luck topping that, but you got a player prop. What you got?
Yeah, it's early to be back in the A's, but I love your analysis for it. Yes, I'm taking a player prop, and I'm going to the Phillies Pirates game, and I'm taking Bryson Stott of the Phillies over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, minus 115 odds on DraftKings. This is available on several other books. This isn't just a DraftKings exclusive. It's on BetMGM and also ESPN Bet. Now, if you're like, Logan, I'm a FanDuel only better. that's either one, my only book that I use, or two, only available book. Well, I consider making a hit parlay with Stott and a hitter of your choice. Now, me personally, I love Trey Turner. I would probably put Trey Turner in there, but that's just bias. So you get creative with that one, but the HRR market, or hits runs RBI market, is a bet that has a lot of ways of cashing. With normal hitting bets, so like in our normal hit parlays, walks hurts you. You know, you want to throw something when you 3-2 count and they walk them. You're like, oh, you hate to see that. But in an HRR bet, it's actually helped by a walk because it puts them on base. When they are on base, they have a chance at scoring a run. And actually, if bases are loaded and they get walked in, that's a chance at an RBI. So just saying, there are walks do not hurt HRR bets. It's a market that if you do have those other types of books that offer them, take a look at them. There's a reason FanDuel doesn't offer them, and it's because I don't think it actually gives them a house advantage. Now, Stott faces off against Keller. Stott 3 for 8, batting .375. I like the fact that he's seen Mitch Keller before and hit him before. I think Mitch Keller gets lit up today. Absolutely. When we're recording this video, I looked for a Mitch Keller earns run line. Couldn't even find it. I think the books are kind of scared of putting them one out because the Phillies lineup as a whole has tremendous splits versus Mitch Keller. They've lit him up every single time they've seen him. And I think that could be a good look today if you're looking to back them. Now, the Phillies are a sketchy team. They got the bare minimum for us yesterday. But I think today, as a lineup, they should hit well. And Stott had the day off yesterday and was a pinch hitter late in the game. He should be in the lineup today, especially against a right-handed pitcher. I'd be shocked if he wasn't in the lineup. He's hit the over in both games this series where he started. I just think that he's a great hitter. And Keller's allowing a .293 batting average and .863 OPS to lefties. That's crazy. And I think Bryson Stott is the guy to take advantage of that. He bats near the bottom of the lineup where he should see plenty of RBI opportunities as well. The heart of the order could potentially be on base, in scoring position, and it's up to our man Bryson Stott to hit him home. I really do like this as my best player prop of the day. But Austin, you know what time it is. You're on mute, buddy.
God, I'm just angry because I was just angry at how we lost yesterday's no-run first inning. There's no worse way to lose than when you lose on an unearned run. That is just painful because you should have been out of the inning, and that's kind of what happened yesterday. We two strikes, bottom, 2 outs, and just a homer by Kerry Carpenter. It is what it is. We're going to lose NRFIs like that all year long, and we're 8-5 on no-run first innings. Honestly, not a bad track record. We could do 8-5 for the rest of the season. Logan and I would never complain about that. But our favorite one of the day, we're going to a little bit of a later night game. I think a 4:10 start. We're going to Seattle. We're taking the Cubs, and we're taking the Mariners, and we're taking the no-run first inning over there. Simple as that. It's -105 on BetMGM. Not too shabby. This is the under first inning runs. And now I believe it's like -130 on FanDuel. So definitely a line shot because we don't really want to take a -130 when there's a -105 available for the same identical bet. But I really think this is a good spot for both these two pitchers to show up. Now, the first guy I need to show up, Luis Castillo, man. Eyes on you, man. You need to be better. Now, obviously on NRFIs, you've been pretty good. You're 3-0 this season, and you were pretty good last year, like 24, 25-8. But you have not really been pitching pretty well after the first inning. But honestly, for us, we don't really care. We just need you to get those first 3 outs. The Cubs are 13th in first inning runs. Not really an offense I'm too scared of. I mean, if they can put up some runs, but I feel like Castillo's a tough guy to see first time through the order. I feel like the second time through the order, he's been struggling this year. So that's where he kind of needs to be better. I don't really care if he's better today. I just need him to get those first 3 outs, which I really think Castillo can do that against this Cubs lineup. But who's going to be pitching for the Cubs today, Logan?
Yeah, it's going to be Javier Assad. Get us those last 3 outs we need. He started the year 2-0 on a no-run first innings. You like to see that. Last year, more of a sample size, he was 8-2. So he seems to be a pretty solid pitcher at going out there, getting the no-run first inning for us. He's facing an advantageous matchup on paper. Seattle 29th in first inning runs. I'm going to say something that's not a lot of you are not.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. It's not.
Never mind. I won't say it. I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not going to say it.
Not going to say it. It's 6 outs, though. I do want to make an announcement. NRFI stream should be back, though, I think this week. So I'm finally back from a wedding and stuff like that. So we should be back at home in the normal place. Hopefully we can fire up some NRFI streams tomorrow, Logan. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Now people are going to be wondering what I was going to say. Go into the comments and ask me there, and maybe I'll tell you.
The Mariners might not have scored a first inning run in a hot minute, but either way, we're gonna go and cash this NRFI. Hopefully, move to 9-5, I believe, on no on first innings. Wave these flags, and hopefully, hopefully get a good day. I think we're certainly due one. If you want to go check out our NBA best bets, it's the final day of the NBA regular season. It's been a long grind, but we've been scorching hot over there. I'll put the video that was posted before this one today. So go check it out. A lot of early games over there, just like the MLB. But you guys have a wonderful Sunday. Logan and I will see you guys back again tomorrow, Monday morning. And hopefully we have a NRFI stream tomorrow as well. We'll see you guys then.